guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't care, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share these videos. I'm going to start doing this because I think it's very important. This is way out of my league of what I've been normally doing, but I think what's been going on, I think everybody needs to start putting these videos out there and show these leaders and their government leaders that if we don't care to them, then they don't care to us. But I'll talk more about that at the end of this video. I just want to go over a little something here that I seen that really has got nothing to do with the stimulus check as of right now, but it is very important, I think. But let me go over it. Let me read it. Let me go over it and explain a little bit to you, and we'll go from there, okay? First of all, it's what is an EIP payment, and will you get one instead of a stimulus check? Okay. First of all, in the first round of stimulus checks, about 4 million people got money in the form of a prepaid economic impact payment card. Here's how to use it, and how to know if you'll get one in a potential second round of stimulus. Okay. When the first round of stimulus checks began to roll out under the CARES Act in April, many people were surprised to learn that they would not be getting their money through direct deposit or a check in the mail, but through the economic impact payment or EIP card. So it's called an EIP card. EIP cards are debit cards, excuse me, that you can spend like cash or transfer to your bank. Around 4 million people received these cards starting in May. Okay, now with negotiations on a second stimulus bill stalled and Congress on recess, which they're sitting on recess on their yachts and eating ice cream for a later time. Sorry. Makes me so mad. Stalled and Congress on recess, many Americans are wondering if and when a second check could come. And if got their first one through an EIP card, if the second will arrive the same. Now, here's everything you need to know about EIP cards and whether or not you could get a second stimulus payment in this form in the coming months. An EIP card is a prepaid debit card that the Treasury Department has issued to use to distribute stimulus payments under the CARES Act. Instead of electronic monetary transfer to paper checks, the cards were provided to some eligible U.S. residents for whom the government did not have banking information. The Visa debit cards can be used to make purchases, get cash from network ATMs, and transfer funds to your personal bank account without a fee or any fees. But I bet you they will. I bet you they do charge you a fee. It's the government, right? After the card arrived, you would head to the EIP card website to activate it and learn more about how to use it. Okay. Now, those who were eligible received the first stimulus payments through an EIP card instead of a check if they filed their taxes, but the IRS did not have their bank account information on hand, and if the tax return was processed by IRS services centers in either or Edinburgh, Massachusetts, or Austin, Texas, according to a Treasury press release. It isn't clear what the significance is of those particular service centers, but we've reached out to the Treasury for more information. If a second stimulus bill does get approved, you may get your payment the same way you did the first time around. So, if you received an EIP card, you'll probably get another one. It may be that if you do have new banking information to provide, you could receive your check a different way. So now, how would my EIP card arrive? Okay, here's how it would arrive. Okay, if you are eligible, your EIP card will arrive at the address listed on your last tax return and in an unmarked envelope from Money Network Cardholder Services. Because it wasn't clearly marked, some people reportedly threw the letter away without opening it during the first round of stimulus payments. And I did hear a lot of people doing that. I heard a lot of people said that they got envelopes or stuff and they threw them away. And then most likely, if you did that, you probably threw your EIP card away. So, you know, now, if you get something like that in the mail, unmarked envelope, open it up, please. Open it up, because that could be your check. So, how fast would I get an EIP card with a second stimulus payment? Well, if another coronavirus relief bill with a second stimulus payment is passed, it could likely take longer to get your EIP card than by direct deposit. When in the CARES Act was passed in March, the first EIP cards didn't start going out until mid-May. But it's possible that it will be faster this time, since the infrastructure is already in place. We just don't know yet. So once the second stimulus check is approved, you'll be able to track your money in whatever form it will take using the Track My Payment tool from the IRS. If you still haven't gotten the first stimulus check, you can also track the status of your stimulus check, learn how to report your missing check to the IRS, and find possible reasons why your stimulus check still hasn't arrived. There's so many people still haven't got theirs, and that's the Get My Portal payment. That website was a joke. It was absolutely a joke. In my opinion, it was a joke, guys. It didn't work probably for 60% of Americans that used it, if that. Okay? Now, can I avoid getting a second EIP card? Well, if you have a bank account, you can try signing up for direct deposit with the IRS now through It Gets My Payment portal. That way, if another stimulus package and check are passed, your bank account information will be on hand, so you can likely get it by direct deposit instead of an EIP card. Direct deposit may not be available for everyone, but the portal did allow me to enter my bank information and sign up. I received my first check through the mail. You know, some people it worked for easily, some people it was some complicated for a lot, real easy for some. You know, I guess for a lot of people that moved quite a bit and had address changes and stuff, maybe that was the confusion, I don't know, and maybe people just didn't update their information. You know, it could be different sources of reasons, so let's work on that. And so if you still need to use this, update your information, please, so you can use this, and it could be helpful. It really could be helpful. I never could get to work for me, so I never did try it. I never threw it anymore. Okay, how much stimulus money could you get on an EIP debit card? Well, once a bill is passed, the amount of money you would get in a second stimulus payment, whether it comes through direct deposit, mail check, or EIP card, it really depends on your AGI or adjusted gross income from your tax filings along with your filing status, single versus joint, and how many dependents you have. Learn how to find your AGI on your taxes here. The maximum amount a single taxpayer could get is $1,200. Find out how to calculate how much you could get on a second stimulus payment here. Now, getting your payment through an EIP card won't change anything about the calculation or the amount you could get. Just the form it will come in. Now, I don't know how this is going to work, y'all. It's going to work good. I'm thinking it's going to work good for some people, and some people it's just going to be so confusing with this address change and stuff. I don't know. We'll see how it pans out. If they was to use these cards, but I don't think they really will. But I'm just going over this in case they do. My honest opinion, I don't think they will. It's going to be the same way that your first stimulus check. It don't matter if you're on railroad, retirement, SSI, SSDI, Social Security, veterans. If you got a debit card, and what I mean by debit card is your Direct Express card, it will come that way. Or if you just got a regular bankings account, it will come that way. Or if you get a check in the mail, it'll come that way. So let's see how that. We'll see how it pans out. But okay, will I be notified if I was supposed to get an EIP card? Let's see. With the first stimulus payments, the IRS sent a letter about your money to your last known address. Within 15 days after the payment was made, the letter included information on how you got the money, check or direct deposit or EIP card, and how to report if you did not receive the payment. But watch out. There have been a lot of stimulus check scams going around. True. Visit IRS.gov before giving anyone your information to make sure your letter is legitimate. Now, what do I do if my EIP card is lost or destroyed? Don't worry. If you've lost or destroyed your EIP card, you can request for a free replacement through MetaBank customer service. The replacement fee will be waived the first time. Pretty simple, right? You don't need to know your card number to request a replacement. Just call 1-800-240-8100 and choose option 2 from the main menu according to the IRS website. Okay. Now, this is for more to find out if you're qualified for a second stimulus check and when you can expect a second stimulus check. I don't know what's going on right now, guys. The Nancy Pelosi, the B, I call her the B, Nancy Pelosi, the B. I ain't gonna say it on camera. I don't want to know. But anyways, I'll get to this in the video because okay, missing a $500 payment from the first stimulus check. Here's how to get it. If you're still missing an extra $500 for your dependents, you can use the IRS non-filers tool until the end of September to claim your catch-up payment. Well, Okay? If you didn't get an extra $500 for each dependent under 17 years old, that should have been part of your stimulus check. As outlined in the CARES Act passed in March, you still have a chance to claim what's owed. Recently, the IRS reopened an online tool to help you correct this error. Now, you'll have until the end of September to use the IRS non-filers tool to submit information on your dependents and get a catch-up payment according to the IRS. The IRS payments, according to the IRS, the payments should be issued by mid-October if you don't file by the September cutoff date. Then you'll have to wait until 2021 to claim your stimulus payment on behalf of eligible dependents. Also, the IRS indicates that you should use the tool yet if you plan on filing a 2019 tax return, such as if you filed for an October 15th extension, as it will slow down the process. In one way, all this has been a mess, you all, and sometimes it makes you wonder what to believe and not to believe, you know. But I want to make a good point about something at the end of this video too. A really, really good point about our leaders. How much they really, really freaking care about us. They don't care if we live or die. But like I said, I'm gonna save this for the end of the video. I'll probably get pretty hot and mad when I start talking about it. Decisions about a second stimulus check are still ongoing, with many assuming that Republican and Democrat leaders can come to an agreement on the next coronavirus relief bill. Here's what we know about claiming a $500 stimulus payment that was missing from the first round of relief. First, if you still haven't received your stimulus check, here's an IRS phone number to report a lost or missing payment. Okay, now, the eligibility requirements for the stimulus payment. Okay, here we are. To qualify, the filer must be a U.S. citizen, permanent resident, or qualifying resident alien. They must also have a valid Social Security number, can't be claimed as a dependent of another taxpayer, and must have an adjusted gross income under $146,500. Heads of households, and 198,000 married couple filing jointly. Okay. The CARES Act stipulates a $500 allowance per child dependent, in addition to the $1,200 gap for single filers and up to $2,400 for couples filing jointly. We've calculated how much money you might be able to get if rules change over dependents in a second stimulus check. Here's how the IRS defines a child dependent. There may be specific details you want to explore if your child dependent is adopted, disabled, of any age, or a citizen of another country. How do I file for my missing $500 dependent payment with the IRS? Here's how you do it. To file for your missing $500 stimulus money, visit the free fileable form site. Select Get Started and create an account if you haven't already. Then follow the posted instructions for filling out the form. You'll need to provide your full name, mailing, and email address, date of birth, Social Security number, bank account number, if you have one, driver's license or state ID, if you have one, and each qualifying child's Social Security number and their relationship to you. When you're finished, you'll receive a confirmation email. Your information will then be sent to the IRS so they can work on getting a check sent to you, assuming you're eligible. And I'm sure that this has happened to so many people. How will I receive my extra $500 IRS payment? Okay, you can either choose to have the check sent to you, or you can set up direct deposit. By providing your bank information, generally direct deposit is the quickest way to receive payments, especially with the USPS crisis delaying the mail. The IRS will mail you notice 1444 to confirm that it sent a payment of $500 per qualifying child. You'll want to keep this letter for your records, especially since the letter may arrive a different time from the payment. When will I receive my payment? The IRS says it will begin issuing checks in October for those who met the application deadline. You shouldn't need to do anything else. However, if you'd like more information, you'll be able to track the status of your IRS payment by visiting the IRS Get My Payment webpage. From there, you'll need to provide your Social Security number, date of birth, home address, and zip code. For more information about stimulus payments here, how fast the IRS could send out a second stimulus payment, and the stimulus check requirements. Also, will the stimulus package be split into smaller bills? Here's what we know. Stimulus check money, $1,200 payment, could still reach you in 2020. Okay. I'm going to stop right there, guys. There's something I'll make another video of this. But something I want to talk about just for us, just a couple of minutes. And what I meant a while ago, I want to make an example of something. What I meant was, we've only got one stimulus check, and then there's hundreds of thousands or millions of Americans ain't even got that yet. Right? Right. Okay. For example, our neighboring country, Canada, has already sent out 5 stimulus checks, $2,000 a month, reoccurring until the pandemic lifts. They've sent out 5 stimulus payments to all of their people. Now, what's that make our leaders look like? And America's supposed to be the best country there is. They're supposed to be the best. But right now, and you know, it's not us people, it's not America, it's our leaders in office. They want everything for themselves. They don't care about us. All they want is that seat, that power, that money. Every time they leave the House or the Senate, knowing that there's millions of people out here losing their homes, look, can't even put food on the table, can't pay their water, can't pay their electricity, can't buy their kids, can't buy nothing for the family they need, losing their cars, can't go to the doctor, can't go to the store. But yet they're flying their private jets, drinking their martinis, eating their shrimp cocktails. And how do they do that? How do they do that? Your tax money. Your tax money. Think about this, people. Think about it. They don't care about us. They have left us hanging out to dry to die. They do not care. Nancy Pelosi just said, I think 2 weeks ago, if we don't do something, if we have to wait till September, the American people would die. So, all this happens the other day about the freaking post office. that could have waited. Who cares about that? Yeah, this important mail goes out, but the American people need assistance now, not later. They need it now. We can't wait. You all can't wait. The American people cannot wait. So, come November, get your butt up. If you've never voted, go vote. Vote them all out. Now, well, just a second. Now, I'm not for Trump, and I am for Biden. But hold on. A lot of people, I might get biased for this, but I do not care. I'm speaking the truth, and I'm speaking for myself. Biden might not be the best man for the job. But let me explain something. Donald Trump is good at making money, yes. He knows nothing about how to run a country, how to run this nation. He has been the most rudest president we have ever had in office. I mean, if you all watch TV and these interviews he has with these people, he is the most rudest president we've ever had in office, you all. I mean, he made a statement years and years ago. There's only one thing that he wants that he don't have, and he said that was to be the president of the United States. He said, I've got everything else but that. Now he's wanting to put his face up on the monument I guess y'all heard about that. He's wanting to put his face up there while the other presidents. I mean, my God. People worship this guy like a god. He don't care about us. I think just like the Senate, just like all of them, there should be terms. You should be only allowed to run so many terms. Like the president, you're only allowed to run 2 terms, 4-year term. That's if you got both terms, that's 8 years, right? Okay. I think the senators, all of them, everybody that's in office should only be allowed 2 terms in office. And I think you're supposed to be able to run for president. You should have at least some kind of background experience, either in the military for so many years, Congress, Senate, or something. Something. You should have experience. Now, this law ain't right. This hogwash, I call it, ain't right. And they ain't nothing but a bunch of scum. You all ain't nothing but a bunch of scum in Washington, and I hope you see this video. You scumbags. You're leaving the people that put you in the very same seat. You're leaving them homeless. You're leaving them starving to death. They're dying because of who? You all. People in Washington. You're scumbags. I, Sylvester J. Roark, are telling you, you are scumbags. Get back to Washington. Get this bill passed. Get this money out to these people so they can pay their bills, so they won't be losing their homes, so they can have a livelihood. Right now, you're killing them. You're taking their lives. You're taking their livelihood. You're taking everything from the same people that give you that very seat you got. So, yes, I'm upset and I'm mad. I really am. This got November, you all. Vote these scumbags out of office. Vote them out. It don't matter if they go ahead and pass the bill next little bit. Vote them out. Just like Mitch McConnell. Yes, I live in Kentucky. He's a sorry scumbag. When a bill is voted on, all they do is reason they hold things up is there's another party somewhere paying them millions of dollars or hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars to hold it up or not pass it. Vote these scums out. And a matter of fact, video, I'll leave it in the description below, of all the phone numbers to the White House and the Senate. You call them and you tell them what's on your mind. Don't be nice about it. If they answer or voice machine answers, you leave a message and don't be nice about it. Tell them what you want and tell them what you're going to do to them. Enough's enough. They're not going to be in control anymore. The American people's going to be in control. Until next time, guys, I'll make another video, probably not today, depends on what happens. But I'm going to start doing this for you all. But if anything interesting happens or I find out, I will make a video to inform you guys of what's going on. But until then, peace out.